We run a house painting company and it's been scaling and growing very nicely. And house painting companies are very profitable. It produces a lot
Right.
of cash. What it does not require is much capital to continue to grow. So it's not like we're
Hmm.
out there buying, huge factories or
Right.
buying land that we need to, store our inventory on or things like that,
Right.
or whatever the kids are buying these days in their companies. But it's not a very capital intensive business and it shoots out a lot of cash. So then we start to say, what are we going to do with this cash? And I just have phenomenal partners that I've been able to yoke up with, and we're all very asset minded. We
Hmm.
basically committed our 30s to building assets. So there's a couple of different options. One is real estate. And so we started to
Hmm.
get into the real estate game. And so what we would do is we would buy a plot of land, we participate in the construction, and ultimately hold it as the investors. And there's a lot of
Okay.
synergistic benefits that come with real estate and the trades.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If you have an inlet into the trades, like house painting, you have access to labor, you have a little bit of intuition on how things work. You
Sure.
can really pencil out a lot of deals that may not otherwise work. Also, if you have somebody on the team that's good at developing land, knows how to talk to the city council and get the nice TIF notes, all those things, that certainly helps as well.
Hmm.
Um, the other component of all of holdings, so there's the real estate component. So we have multifamily housings that we've developed the land, built them up, we're continuing to hold them, and then we have this
Hmm.
minority investments in house painting companies under the premise of we can come in as an
Hmm.
active partner and build it into an asset, which is pretty novel
Right.
for a painting company to go. You kind of need to
Sure.
scale it north of $5 million. So you really have the revenue that supports the infrastructure that allows that founder the option to step out if they want to.
Right.
But those are the two main components of the holdings company, which is all of holdings. We have our multifamily investments. We have the investment in painting companies. And
Hmm.
that's really of how do you be a good steward to the cash and not just give it to Charles Schwab. And there's puts and takes with all investments, right? And the things that we have an appetite for are more active investments,
Hmm.
right? So we're
Right.
active in the real estate, we're active in these painting companies, and when you're
Sure.
able to leverage your skill sets by also being the equity holder, you can get a greater rate of return. You want to be completely
Yeah.
passive, right? That's a little tranche down. You're going to pay for that in your return. If you want to have access to liquidity, you're going to pay for that. So that's kind of the difference. One of those
Hmm.
differences between real estate and the stocks is your ability
Sure.
to have liquidity, quick liquidity events, right? In real
Right.
estate, it takes a while to mature. You get maybe some cash on cash, but as you're saying, it
Hmm.
takes a while for to get that appreciation, that debt pay down. But then
Right.
if you have a business that's producing cash and you have the real estate, you can negate some of those taxes with depreciation.
Hmm.
And I'm a firm
Right.
believer it's our patriotic duty to reduce our taxes as much as possible.
Right.
Just from the mindset of
Sure.
we want to put the capital to positive, the best rates of return, and
Hmm.
government is
Right.
needed and it provides a lot of good value, but it's inherently not the best option of getting rates of return on capital. If you can find a way to leverage your active energy and effort and be both the equity holder and the person doing the work, you're just going to have more control over the outcome of your success being an investor.
Right.
If you want to completely
Sure.
outsource it, buy bonds and you're going to do that's as safe as you're ever going to get because the
Right.
government prints as much money as it wants and it has, the
Right.
most missiles. So the dollar is not going to go away in that sense. But if you want to be active and do real estate or make investments in other trades businesses, that's the way to put your cash to use.